Recording in progress. We will start with the chapter of hydrocarbons. अब से हम जो भी ऑर्गेनिक चैप्टर्स पढ़ने वाले हैं, we will follow this particular pattern. The pattern is first we will read about the physical properties. Physical properties में we will be seeing about boiling point, solubility, all such things, if they are gases, liquids or solids. Then we will go to the preparation of those particular set of compounds. After going through the preparation, we will go to the chemical properties. Chemical properties matlab we will be making them to react with some other compounds. In physical properties, we will be studying about the boiling point, melting point, their solubility, their state. In preparation, we will try to see how they can be prepared from other compounds or from other functional groups. How to prepare given compound from other functional groups. In chemical properties, we will be seeing the reactions of all those compounds with another set of compounds. Okay. Hydrocarbons. What do we read in hydrocarbons, or what are hydrocarbons? Anyone? What are
compound of carbon and hydrogen?
Compounds of carbon and hydrogen, which are alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes. Alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons. Saturated का मतलब उसमें जितना maximum hydrogen content हो सकता है, that is present in that. And the formula of alkanes is, general formula is CnH2n plus 2. Alkenes and alkynes are called as unsaturated hydrocarbons, having formulae CnH2n and CnH2n minus 2. In these compounds, we can add hydrogen because they are not saturated, they are unsaturated. Because of the presence of pi bonds, there is unsaturation. I can break that pi bond and I can add hydrogen onto them. They are called as unsaturated hydrocarbons. So hydrocarbons overall, we are interested in alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes. We will be seeing the physical properties of alkanes. We will be seeing the preparation methods of alkanes and reactions of alkanes. After alkanes, we will go to alkenes. Alkenes ka physical properties, alkenes ka preparation methods, and alkenes ka chemical properties. Chemical properties matlab reactions. Okay. After that, we will be seeing alkynes, unka physical properties, unka preparation methods, and unka chemical properties. Clear hai? If we do all these things, end of hydrocarbons chapter. After hydrocarbons, we will go to aromatic compounds. We will be going to aromatic compounds, which are benzene compounds. Benzene maybe we will follow the same thing. Physical properties, उनका preparation methods, and उनका chemical properties. कोई भी chapter में हमको यही करना है. Physical properties, preparation methods, chemical properties. Clear है? Okay, let's start with alkanes. Alkanes, physical properties. The first physical property we are interested in is physical state. आप लोग ये बताओ मुझे, are alkanes polar or non-polar? Are alkanes polar or non-polar? The general formula is CnH2n plus 2. In alkanes, the bonds you have are between carbon and hydrogen. Is there any significant electronegativity difference between carbon and hydrogen? Carbon का electronegativity है 2.5, hydrogen का electronegativity है 2.1. The electronegativity difference is not so high. Okay, hence the bonds between carbon and hydrogen are not so polar, or we take them as non-polar. Okay, so alkanes are predominantly non-polar compounds. If they are non-polar compounds, what are the types of interactions you have in them? Please answer.
Induced
दो non-polar compounds के बीच में
London dispersion.
only induced dipole, which are London dispersion forces. ये जो induced dipole forces है, these are not so strong. Hence, the attractive forces between the alkane molecules is also not so high. If the attractive forces are not so high, can I say their state has to be gaseous. बोल सकता हूँ, because the attractive forces are not so high. Agreed? As the number of carbon atoms inside the alkanes increase, as the number of carbon atoms increase, what will happen to the surface area of the molecule? Increase. ये जो London dispersion forces है, they depend upon surface area. More is the surface area, more will be the London dispersion forces, or more will be the induced dipole interactions. Suppose if you are having this surface area, negative, 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 and you have positive charges induced, so इन दोनों के बीच में जो भी interaction है, that is called as London dispersion force. If you are increasing the surface area, what will happen to the induced charges? They will also increase. If the induced charges increases, what will happen to the attractive forces? They will also increase. So if there is an increase in attractive force, there can be a change in state from gas to liquid to solid. Solids में attractive forces बहुत ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. कब बहुत ज़्यादा हो सकता है? If you are having more and more carbon atoms. जितना ज़्यादा carbon atoms होगा alkane के अंदर, surface area उतना ज़्यादा होगा. जितना ज़्यादा surface area हुआ, attractive force और London dispersion forces उतना ही ज़्यादा बढ़ेगा. Agreed? So इसलिए the initial members of alkanes C1 to C4. C1 indicates you are having 1 carbon, C4 indicates you are having 4 carbons. इसके बीच में C2, C3 भी रहेगा. C1 to C4 will be gases. Why are they gases? Because the attractive forces are less. Why are the attractive forces are less? Because the surface area is less. Why is the surface area less? Because the number of carbon atoms are less. Is that clear? Okay. C5 to C17. As the number of carbon atoms are increasing, the attractive forces will keep on increasing. So C5 to C17, they will be liquids. Okay. C18 and above. C18 and above, as the number of carbon atoms have increased to greater extent, the attractive forces will be more and they will become solids. Is that clear? So in case of alkanes, as they are predominantly non-polar, the only type of attraction you have is London dispersion forces. In order to have high London dispersion forces, you need to have greater surface area. The surface area can be increased by increasing the number of carbon atoms. You can compare the London dispersion forces based on 2 factors. One is the surface area and the other is mass. If you are increasing the molecular weight also, obviously surface area बढ़ेगा ही है. Then you can increase the attractive forces. Is that clear? Okay. Boiling point. Boiling point का मतलब क्या है? If something is in liquid, I am providing some amount of heat to convert that into gas. If the attractive forces are more, you need to provide more and more amount of heat to convert that into gas. Agreed? So I can compare the boiling point again based on the attractive forces among the molecules. Is that clear? यहाँ पे आपको स्टेटमेंट लिखा है, more the number of carbon atoms, more will be the boiling point. Obvious है, कार्बन एटम्स बढ़ा तो अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स बढ़ेगा, सो बॉइलिंग पॉइंट बढ़ेगा. ठीक है. इसमें आपको एक स्टैंडर्ड क्वेश्चन आएगा, यू विल बी गिवन आइसोमर्स. आइसोमर्स मतलब दे विल बी हैविंग सेम मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला बट दे विल बी हैविंग डिफरेंट स्ट्रक्चर. इफ दे आर स्ट्रक्चरल आइसोमर्स, दे विल आस्क यू टू कंपेयर द बॉइलिंग पॉइंट अमंग द आइसोमर्स. सो उनका मॉलिक्यूलर वेट सेम रहेगा, नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम्स भी सेम रहेगा. आई विल गिव यू ए क्वेश्चन, try to compare the boiling point among these compounds. C5H12 है, you are having different isomers of C5H12. In all the isomers, you are having same number of carbon atoms, same hydrogens or the same molecular weight. आप लोग थोड़ा सोच के बताओ, which will be having greater boiling point? This is standard question asked in NEET JEE Mains. Sometimes you may also get the question in advanced. Comparison of boiling point, very important.
फर्स्ट में ज्यादा है.
फर्स्ट में ज्यादा है. ओके. You need to compare order 1 2 3 में compare करो first करके हुआ नहीं question.
1 greater than 2 greater than 3.
Okay. Why do you think so?
सरफेस एरिया
एरिया ज्यादा है.
Surface area. Very good. यहाँ पे देखना, this molecule being linear, it will be having more and more surface area. यहाँ पे थोड़ा surface area कम हुआ, यहाँ पे और कम हो गया. Can you feel this molecule as a sphere? For any given geometry, a sphere has least amount of surface area. Okay, जितना ज़्यादा spherical हो जाएगा, surface area उतना कम होता है. Okay, so ये जो particular molecule है, being linear, this has the greatest surface area. More is the surface area, more are the attractive forces, more will be the boiling point. Is that clear? और else आपको overall एक point ऐसा कुछ लिख सकते हैं हम, as the branching increases, यहाँ पे एक branch है, यहाँ पे 2 branches है. As the branching increases, the boiling point keeps on decreasing. Clear? आपको इतना ही याद रखना है. So what will be the answer? The answer will be 1 greater than 2 greater than 3. More the branching, lesser will be the surface area, and therefore weaker will be the van der Waals forces, hence boiling point decreases. Okay. Next physical property, solubility. As alkanes are non-polar, we expect them to be soluble in which type of solvents?
Non-polar solvent.
Non-polar solvents, like dissolves like. So alkanes being non-polar, they are soluble in non-polar solvents. Okay. Next, preparation methods. Preparation of alkanes from alkenes and alkynes. What is the formula for alkene?
CnH2n.
CnH2n.
It is CnH2n. What is the formula for alkyne?
CnH2n
CnH2n minus 2.
Minus 2. If I want to convert these formula into CnH2n plus 2, alkene में मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? I need to add
plus
2 hydrogens. Alkyne में मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? I need to add 4 hydrogen atoms.
4 hydrogen.
Adding 2 hydrogen atoms is equivalent to adding 1 hydrogen molecule. Adding 4 hydrogen atoms is equivalent to adding 2 hydrogen molecules. Agreed? So हमको क्या करना पड़ेगा? I need to do addition of hydrogen. That particular reaction is called as hydrogenation. Simple है. If you are having alkenes and alkynes, you simply need to add hydrogen in order to convert that into alkane. Reaction लिखना simple है, but उतना भी आसान नहीं है. You need to have some specific conditions. In order to add hydrogen onto an alkene or alkyne, you need to have certain conditions. You need to have a catalyst. So we need to know about that. कौन सा catalyst use करेंगे, कौन सा reaction conditions हम use करेंगे. General reaction, you can write that as, this is the representation for an alkene. This is the general representation for alkene. This is general representation for alkyne, where R and R dash are alkyl groups. They can be same, they can be different. In alkene or on alkene, I need to add only one H2 molecule. I will be doing that in the presence of specific catalysts called, either you can use nickel, platinum, or palladium. Nickel, platinum, or palladium, these are the catalysts used, which will result in the formation of CH bond CH. इसके ऊपर एक हाइड्रोजन अटैच हुआ और इसके ऊपर एक हाइड्रोजन अटैच हुआ. Bond R dash. Any doubt? Similarly, in this, I need to add 2 molecules of H2. Again, you can use either nickel or platinum or palladium, leading to the formation of, यहाँ पे 2 हाइड्रोजन अटैच होगा इस कार्बन के ऊपर. Similarly, इस कार्बन के ऊपर भी you will be having 2 hydrogens attached. As a specific example, if I take ethene, upon addition of H2 in the presence of either nickel or platinum or palladium, ये जो particular elements है, these are Standard elements which are used as catalysts: nickel, platinum, palladium. It will convert into CH3 bond CH3 ethane. Is that clear? अभी यहाँ पे the mechanism that is involved. We need to know about a term called adsorption. Adsorption. All of you may have an idea on absorption. What is meant by absorption? Or what happens in absorption? If you take a sponge and if you put that in water, what will happen? The sponge will be absorbing that particular water, or else the water will be getting
Inside
concentrated
entering.
throughout the volume. Agreed? Throughout the volume of the sponge. It won't be just attaching on the surface. It will be present throughout the volume. The water will be absorbed throughout the volume. Agreed? Adsorption मतलब क्या है? It is not similar to absorption. In case of adsorption, you will have the water attached only on the surface. So adsorption is a surface phenomenon. Whereas absorption is bulk phenomenon. If you have sponge dipped in water, the water will be present throughout the sponge, or it is present in the bulk. Okay. Suppose if you take a pen and if you put the pen in ink, that particular ink will be present only on the surface of the pen. Can it go into the pen? No, right? It cannot go into the pen. In that case, that particular phenomenon is called as adsorption. So, इस particular reaction में होता क्या है? If you have a catalyst surface, the catalyst is providing a platform for the reaction. Onto the catalyst, वो जो hydrogen molecule है, it will be adsorbed. Adsorbed मतलब वो surface के ऊपर जाके attach हो जाएगा. Okay. Similarly, the alkene molecule will also be adsorbed. यहाँ पे आपको वो जो हाइड्रोजन है CH double bond CH bond R dash, the hydrogen is adsorbed on the catalyst surface. Similarly, the alkene is also adsorbed on the catalyst surface. Once they both gets adsorbed, the hydrogen will be attached to this alkene in this way. Can I say both the hydrogens are getting attached on the same side of the alkene? Because an alkene is a planar molecule. In this particular phenomenon, as hydrogen is getting adsorbed as well as alkene is getting adsorbed, whenever there is a reaction, we can never have two hydrogens attached on the opposite sides. We can only have both the hydrogens attached on the same sides. Agreed? This type of addition, it is called as syn addition. Okay, so hydrogenation of alkenes or hydrogenation of alkynes follows mechanism called syn addition. Syn addition matlab you are adding, first of all, this is an addition reaction because you are adding two atoms. Okay. As both the atoms are getting added on the same side, it is called as syn. If they are added on the opposite side, it is called as anti. इस particular reaction में वो anti नहीं हो पाएगा, it is only syn. We will explore more and more about syn addition and anti addition in further lectures. अभी के लिए इतना ही याद रखना. Addition of hydrogen on alkene or alkyne follows a mechanism called syn addition. What is meant by syn addition? Both the hydrogens that are getting attached on the alkene are attached on the same side. They are not attached on the opposite sides. एक hydrogen यहाँ पे, एक hydrogen यहाँ पे, ऐसा नहीं हो रहा. Is that clear? Everyone, is that clear? Okay. ठीक है. This particular reaction, इसके लिए एक specific name है. The name of the reaction is called as Sabatier Sunderens reaction. Hydrogenation of alkenes or alkynes, it is called as Sabatier Sunderens reaction. Okay. यहाँ पे और एक क्वेश्चन आता है, if I want to increase the rate of reaction, if I want to increase the rate of reaction, what is meant by rate of reaction? Nothing but the speed of the reaction. In order to increase speed of the reaction, I need to react more and more number of alkene molecules with more and more number of hydrogen molecules. For that, can I say I need to create greater surface area? Because if I have greater surface area, more molecules can be absorbed on that particular catalyst surface and more reaction can happen. Is that clear? Okay. So how to increase the rate of reaction? By increasing the surface area of the catalyst. You can take greater number of molecules, okay? But if you don't have the surface area on the catalyst, the molecules may not be absorbed on the catalyst. So in order to have a greater rate of reaction, I need to have greater surface area. In that particular case, the catalyst will be called as activated catalyst. Activated मतलब उसका surface area ज़्यादा है. एक specific name है वो catalyst के लिए, which is called as Raney-Nichols. What is Raney-Nichols? It is the catalyst which is having greater surface area. How can you increase the surface area? Anyone? There is a surface. If you want to increase the surface area of that, what can you do? आप लोग ये बताओ मुझे, will a smooth surface have more surface area or a rough surface will have more surface area?
Rough.
Rough surface.
Rough surface.
Okay. So if you are making this more and more porous, और जितना ज़्यादा rough बनाएंगे, उसका surface area उतना ही ज़्यादा होगा, और else उसका catalytic property जो है उतना better रहेगा. Clear? क्योंकि जितना ज़्यादा rough है, surface area ज़्यादा है, more and more molecules can be absorbed and there can be reaction. Clear? Okay. ये जो hydrogenation of alkenes है, what is the mechanism that is involved? It involves syn addition of hydrogen. What is meant by syn addition? Both the hydrogens are attached on the same side of the alkene. What is meant by anti-addition? Both the hydrogens will be attached on the opposite sides, but here it is not anti-addition. It will always be syn addition. What is the reason for that? The reason is because of its mechanism. In the mechanism, the hydrogen molecule and the alkene, both of them are adsorbed. दोनों अटैच हो गया. एक बार अटैच होने के बाद ये हाइड्रोजन इस साइड से अटैच हुआ तो ये इस साइड आके अटैच नहीं हो पाएगा. It should be attached on the same side. Agreed? Clear? Okay. और एक पॉइंट है, ये जो पर्टिकुलर रिएक्शन है, because of the phase of the catalyst, it is also called as it is also called as heterogeneous catalysis. Heterogeneous. What is meant by heterogeneous? If you observe, ये जो alkene है, it may be solid, it may be liquid, or it may be gas, but hydrogen is definitely a gas. ये जो catalyst है, it is a solid. The phase of the reactants and the phase of the catalyst are different. This is having a gaseous phase and this is having a solid phase. Hence, the catalysis is called as heterogeneous catalysis. Suppose if you are taking any catalyst which is having the same phase as that of hydrogen and the alkene, then it is called as homogeneous catalysis. आपके लिए homework है, if you want to do homogeneous catalysis of hydrogenation reaction, what is the catalyst used? In case of heterogeneous catalysis, the catalyst is nickel, platinum, and palladium. If you want to have homogeneous catalysis, what is the catalyst used? This is also standard JEE mains and NEET question. The homogeneous catalyst used in hydrogenation of alkanes or alkynes. You need to tell me an example for homogeneous catalyst.
सर वो रैनी
NEY, Ni, nickel, Ranne nickel. Okay, next. This is about the preparation of alkanes from alkenes and alkynes. The reaction is called as hydrogenation. Next, from carboxylic acids. From carboxylic acids, and the reaction is called as decarboxylation. Decarboxylation का मतलब क्या है? You will be removing the COH group. If you do decarboxylation, if I am removing the CO2, what I will be left with? I will be left with RH, which is nothing but the alkane. So if you do decarboxylation of carboxylic acids, you will form alkanes. Everyone, is that clear? In order to do decarboxylation, we use a reagent called soda lime. Soda lime is mixture of NaOH plus CaO taken in the ratio 3:1. You need to simply add soda lime to carboxylic acid. You can eliminate CO2 from the carboxylic acid and you will be left with alkane. So the overall reaction is in the presence of NaOH plus CaO, you will get RH plus Na2CO3. Sodium carbonate मिलेगा आपको. You can either take carboxylic acid or you can take sodium salt of carboxylic acid. If you are taking carboxylic acid, initial reaction क्या होगा? Carboxylic acid is acid and in the soda lime you are having NaOH which is base. Acid plus base दोनों के बीच में reaction होके you will form salt and water. So पहले ये दोनों react होके RCOO Na यही बनेगा, which will eventually convert into alkane and Na2CO3. Is that clear? You will be liberating CO2. That CO2 will be reacting with NaOH to form Na2CO3 salt. CO2 is an acid. It is an acidic oxide. NaOH is a base. Acid plus base will give you salt. Clear hai? So that is how you are forming Na2CO3. Is this clear? Okay. We don't have the exact mechanism for this reaction, but we need to know the intermediate that is formed during the reaction. Intermediate मतलब before the end product कुछ तो बनेगा, उसके बाद हमको end product बनेगा. So before the formation of alkane, you will be forming some intermediate product which will eventually convert into alkane. We will be understanding what is the intermediate formed, and based on that, we will try to judge the rate of reaction. Everyone, इसका मतलब क्या है समझाता हूँ. सबसे पहले reactions लिख लेते हैं. इस केस में if I am removing CO2, what I will be left with? Propane, CH3, CH2, CH3, and what is the byproduct? Na2CO3. And what you need to put? You need to put soda lime. What is soda lime? NaOH plus CaO in the ratio 3:1. यहाँ पे भी आपको soda lime decarboxylation मतलब you simply need to remove that CO2. यहाँ पे भी आपको आएगा क्या? You will form the same alkane. Is that clear? Even though I am starting with two different types of carboxylic acids, the end product is same. So for the formation of same alkane, you can start with different types of carboxylic acids. Is that clear? Okay. आपको ऐसा कुछ क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, even though both of them are leading to the same products, in which particular reaction the rate of reaction will be more, मतलब count जल्दी हो जाएगा. Among A and B, which gets decarboxylated easily? The one which gets decarboxylated easily, I can say that is having a greater rate of reaction. Agreed? So I need to compare among these two, which will be decarboxylated easily. Even though both of them are giving me same products, कभी-कभी मुझे ये choose करना पड़ेगा, which is a better option. ये लेना better होगा या ये लेना better होगा. For that you need to know the mechanism. हमारे syllabus में इसका एक मिनट, हमारे syllabus में इसका exact mechanism नहीं है, but we know the intermediates. Okay. The intermediates that are going to be formed in this reaction are carbanion. What is carbanion? Already carbocation, carbanion, carbon free radical. इनके बारे में हमने GOC में पढ़ा है. What is carbanion?
7 electron PC.
7 9 8
8
9
8
कार्तिक 9 कहा क्या तूने?
minus sign.
Okay, minus. Carbanion is negatively charged, which has 8 electrons in it. Carbocation is positively charged, which has 6 electrons in it. Carbon free radicals is neutral with 7 electrons in it. Okay, so इसमें आपको कार्बानियन इंटरमीडिएट मिलता है. कैसे मिलेगा? Just remove this CO2. इसको CO2 जैसा हटा दो, तब नेगेटिव चार्ज यहाँ पे दो. इसको CO2 जैसा हटा दो, नेगेटिव चार्ज यहाँ पे दो. समझ में आया? जहाँ पे CO2 attached है, remove that and put the negative charge on the attached carbon. यहाँ पे negative, यहाँ पे negative. So what are the carbanions that are going to be formed in A and B? What is an intermediate? The product that is formed before the final product. यहाँ पे in case of what is the intermediate in A? You will form C, which is a 1 degree carbanion. C, which is a 2 degree carbanion. Which is more stable, 1 degree or 2 degree?
2 degree.
2 degree.
1 degree.
Carbanion है, electron releasing groups will decrease the stability of carbanion. Carbanion is negatively charged. इस negative charge को और electrons आप लोग दे रहे तो repulsive forces ज़्यादा होगा ना? You need to have electron withdrawing groups. So which is more stable? 1 degree is more stable than 2 degree. If 1 degree is more stable, which will be decarboxylated easily, A or B?
A.
क्योंकि इससे आपको 1 degree कार्बनियन बन रहे हैं, इससे आपको 2 degree बन रहा है. इसमें इंटरमीडिएट जो है अनस्टेबल है, सो उतना जल्दी नहीं बनेगा और उसको बनाने के लिए मेहनत लगेगा. इसमें इंटरमीडिएट जो है रिलेटिवली मोर स्टेबल है, सो इसको बनाने में कम मेहनत लगेगा. एग्रीड? So which is more decarboxylated easily? A. Is that clear? So this is how they form question in your mains and NEET. You may know the reaction decarboxylation से होता क्या है. They will ask which of the following compounds will be decarboxylated easily. What you need to remember is decarboxylation will have an intermediate carbanion. So you need to compare based on the stability of the carbanion. Okay? Clear है? So यहाँ पे आप लोग और एक term add कर सकते हो. The intermediate involved is carbanion. Okay. Next question. Find total number of carboxylic acids which on decarboxylation give isopentane. यहाँ पे आप लोग ऑब्जर्व किया तो you are getting the same propane from 2 different types of carboxylic acids. यहाँ पे वही पूछा है, if I want to form isopentane, what are the different choices of carboxylic acids I have? I hope everyone knows how to draw isopentane. Sorry, carbon extra हो गया. This is isopentane. Answer anyone? Three. सैफ, तुमने कुछ बोला क्या आंसर? सैफ, 3
No,
is
sir.
not. Okay, 3 is not the right answer.
2.
दो ही है. In a way, you need to find the isomers. Isomers of different carboxylic acids. वही करना है ना यहाँ पे. What we are doing in decarboxylation, you are removing the COH, na? If you remove the COH, after removal of COH, you should be left with this. Agreed? So that particular COH can be present on this carbon. If I'm placing the COH on that carbon, what you will get? C double bond O, OH, carbon, carbon, carbon. This is the molecule. If I'm doing decarboxylation, I will be removing this. I will be getting isopentane. Agreed? But ये जो particular molecule है, also identify this molecule is chiral. This particular carbon is the chiral carbon. So you can have two different forms of it. एक D होगा, एक L होगा. Similarly, if I place COH on this carbon, what will I get? यहाँ पे कार्बन वैसा ही होगा. इस कार्बन के ऊपर आपको COOH है. The decarboxylation of this particular carboxylic acid will also give isopentane. Agreed? Any carbon is chiral in this particular molecule. Is there any chiral carbon?
No, sir.
No, right?
No.
So इसका कितना variations रहेगा? इसका एक ही है. Placing COH on this carbon is equivalent to placing COH on this carbon. ये दोनों एक जैसा ही है ना? So next क्या कर सकते हैं हम? You can also place the COH here. Starting question है, इसलिए आपको सब कुछ ड्रॉ करके दिखा रहा हूँ. यहाँ पे आपको COH रहेगा. By placing COH on here, आपको कुछ chiral carbon आया क्या? है ना?
Yes.
This carbon is becoming chiral. So इसका कितना forms रहेगा?
2.
2.
Last. यहाँ पे भी एक है. Which will lead to carbon, carbon, carbon. Do you see any chiral carbon?
No, sir.
No. So आपको एक ही variety होगा. So total कितना हो गया? 2 plus 1 plus
6.
total. You can have 6 different types of carboxylic acids, which on decarboxylation will give you the same isopentane. Is that clear? Okay, this is how you will get the question. So for that, you need to know the GOC part. You need to know isomerism. Even though you know what is meant by decarboxylation reaction, if you don't know isomerism, you may not get this answer 6. Is that clear? सभी लोग को समझ में आ रहा है ना? यहाँ पे ये chiral carbon है. You can have 2 different varieties. What are those 2 different varieties? R as well as S. Or else I can also say D or L. Similarly, यहाँ पे भी आपको R भी रहेगा, S भी रहेगा, और D भी रहेगा, L भी रहेगा. Okay, I am not saying that R is equivalent to D, because D and L जो है, it is only experimentally determined. You need to put the molecule, R वाला molecule को polarimeter में डाल दो. अगर वो पॉजिटिव घुमा रहे तो तब D बोलेंगे. अगर वही R नेगेटिव घुमा रहे तो L बोलेंगे. D and L are obtained only experimentally. R and S are obtained using those priorities. Is that clear? Very good. Next. This is also a decarboxylation reaction. मतलब इसमें भी हम CO2 को हटाएंगे, but using electrolysis. And the reaction is called as Kolb's electrolysis. This is decarboxylation using soda lime. Here, decarboxylation using Kolb's electrolysis. In any electrolysis process, you have two things. One is the anode and the other is cathode. Everyone, we have a different chapter called electrochemistry. उसमें electrolysis के बारे में detailed में पढ़ेंगे. But यहाँ पे we need to understand the reactions that are going to happen. In any electrolysis process, you have a cathode and an anode. Anode के पास हमेशा oxidation होगा. No matter what is the reaction. Anode के पास आपको हमेशा oxidation होगा. Cathode के पास हमेशा reduction होगा. What is meant by oxidation? What is meant by oxidation?
Loss of electrons.
Loss of electrons.
Loss of
What is meant by reduction?
Gain of electrons.
Gain of electrons.
Okay, very good. Okay. What we are doing is we are doing electrolysis of sodium salt of carboxylic acid. इसमें हम compulsory sodium salt को ही लेंगे. We will not take the carboxylic acid. Can anyone tell me the reason for that? I can also do electrolysis of carboxylic acid directly, RCOH का, but I am not doing that. I will always take sodium salt of carboxylic acid only to do the electrolysis. Can anyone tell me the reason for that? Electrolysis में होता क्या है? We will be passing.
Sodium will have electron Na positive plus.
Okay, okay हर्षदा, सही है वो reason, but आपको exact बताता हूँ. देखो, electrolysis में हम करते क्या है? We will be passing electricity and we will be making some reaction to happen. Okay. In order to conduct electricity, there has to be ions. RCOH जो है, it is an organic acid. All organic acids are inherently weak acids. मतलब they won't be dissociating to 100%. If they don't dissociate to 100%, वो जो electrolysis का process जो है, वो उतना effectively नहीं हो पाएगा. If you take sodium salt of carboxylic acid, all sodium salts are 100% dissociated. मतलब RCOH जो है, it will 100% convert into RCO minus and Na positive. So आपको ions ज़्यादा मिल रहा है. अगर आपके पास ions ज़्यादा है तो then electricity can easily flow and you can have reaction. Is that clear? Okay. So ये जो RCO Na जो है, it will split into RCO minus and Na positive. Negatively charged species, it is called as, sorry, anion. A positively charged species, it is called as cation.
cation.
Anion जो है, it will be going towards anode. Cation जो है, it will be going towards cathode. और ऐसा सोचना, anode के पास क्या हो रहा है? Oxidation हो रहा है. One which is negatively charged, उसका oxidation होगा. One which is already positively charged, उसका oxidation क्यों होगा? Why will it further lose electrons? Is that clear? Okay. So what will happen? Towards anode, this RCO minus will be attracted. Anode का polarity जो होता है, anode is positively charged and cathode is negatively charged. Okay. Anode being positively charged, the anion will be attracted towards this. Once it gets attracted towards that, at the anode, it will undergo oxidation. Everyone understand this? So हमारे पास अभी क्या है? R C double bond O minus से, it will undergo oxidation. A negative charge is nothing but 2 electrons. Everyone, बहुत बार बहुत सारे बच्चे मुझे ये डाउट पूछता रहता है. Negative charge is not 1 electron, it is 2 electrons. खुद ऑक्सीजन का एक इलेक्ट्रॉन है, दूसरा इलेक्ट्रॉन भी आया है, इसलिए नेगेटिव चार्ज. क्लियर? ओके. what will happen? It will lose an electron. The carboxylate will lose an electron in the oxidation process, and it will convert into carboxylate free radical. What is this? This is carboxylate free radical. It is an odd electron species ना, इसलिए मैं उसको free radical बोल रहा हूँ. Agreed? And this particular carboxylate free radical is highly unstable. So what will happen? It will immediately convert into an R free radical and carbon dioxide. यहाँ पे हो क्या रहे? I am breaking this bond in terms of free radicals. ब्रेक करते ही इस R के ऊपर एक इलेक्ट्रॉन आएगा, इस कार्बन के ऊपर एक इलेक्ट्रॉन आएगा. You are having a free radical here, free radical here. Whenever you see two free radicals side by side, always form a bond. एक पाई बॉन्ड बना सकता हूँ ना, क्योंकि यहाँ पे एक इलेक्ट्रॉन है, यहाँ पे एक इलेक्ट्रॉन आएगा, दोनों के बीच में बॉन्ड बना दो. समझ में आया? Everyone, is that clear? So what will happen? This will break into an R free radical plus, यहाँ पे आपको please understand this, C bond O, double bond O, यहाँ पे एक फ्री रेडिकल है, यहाँ पे एक फ्री रेडिकल है, इन दोनों के बीच में एक बॉन्ड बना. So you are liberating CO2. Is that clear? If you observe in the reaction, see, one of the product is CO2. Is this clear? Okay. Further, I am taking two molecules, so you will be getting two carboxylate free radicals, two electrons, two carboxylate free radicals will give me two alkyl free radicals and two CO2. ये जो R free radical है, it will combine with another R free radical to form a higher alkane, RR. यहाँ पे alkane का कार्बन चेन क्या हो गया? बढ़ गया. इस decarboxylation reaction में देखना. Everyone understand this. In this case, what is happening? The final alkane which I am forming, it is having one carbon less when compared to the initial compound taken. यहाँ पे एक कार्बन ज्यादा है, यहाँ पे एक कार्बन कम हो गया. So reaction is also called as, यहाँ से यहाँ तक एक कार्बन कम हुआ ना, so this is also called as step down reaction. Why am I calling that?
कार्बन कम हो गए.
Give me 2 minutes. Yeah, what I am saying is, if you are seeing the decarboxylation using soda lime, what is happening in the final product? In the final product, there is one carbon less when compared to the initial reactant taken. Agreed? Hence, the reaction is called as step down reaction. So, in decarboxylation, always the number of carbon atoms are going to be decreased. But if you are using soda lime, if you are using the decarboxylation using Kolb's electrolysis, इसमें क्या हो रहा है? एक R दूसरा R से combine होके you are forming a higher alkane. So you can increase the length of the carbon chain using this Kolb's electrolysis. You can form higher alkanes using Kolb's electrolysis. Is that clear? एवरीवन समझ में आया ना? तो यहाँ पे हमको प्रोडक्ट मिल गया. इफ यू नो दिस मच इट इज सफिशिएंट. 12 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स में आपको हायर अल्केन मिल गया. लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट हैपेंस एट कैथोड. कैथोड के पास कौन जाएगा? कैटायन जाएगा, Na पॉजिटिव. कैटायन के पास क्या होता है? रिडक्शन होता है. मतलब Na पॉजिटिव हैज टू एक्सेप्ट एन इलेक्ट्रॉन एंड इट हैज टू कन्वर्ट इनटू Na. बट ये होता नहीं है. द रीजन बीइंग sodium is highly reactive metal. It will always have the tendency to lose electrons. It will never gain electrons. So sodium का उधर reduction नहीं होगा, Na positive का reduction नहीं होगा. System के अंदर you also have water, right? You also have H2O. H2O का reduction होगा. What will be the products of reduction of H2O? Everyone understand this. In H2O you have the oxidation states as हाइड्रोजन का पॉजिटिव है, ऑक्सीजन का 2 माइनस है. These are the oxidation states. Will oxygen accept electrons? It is already having negative charge. Will that accept electrons? नहीं करेगा ना, because it is negatively charged. H positive will be accepting electrons. So it will accept electrons. You can take 2H2O accepting 2 electrons, and it will give me H2 gas plus 2OH minus. These are the products. Okay. Hydrogen is again gas. यहाँ पे CO2 जो है ये भी गैस है. आपको क्वेश्चन ऐसा कुछ पूछ सकते हैं. In pulse electrolysis, which gas is evolved at cathode? Which gas is evolved at anode? कैथोड के पास कौन सा आ रहा है? कैथोड के पास आपको H2. एनोड के पास कौन सा आ रहा है? CO2 ना?
CO2.
CO2.
So these two products, alkane and CO2, they are obtained at anode. I'm just showing you how different variety of questions can be formed. These two are obtained at cathode. कैथोड के पास आपको आया क्या है? OH माइनस आया ना? This OH minus and this Na positive, यहाँ पे 2 Na positive, they are combining to form 2 NaOH. Another question: as you continue the electrolysis process, what will happen to the basic nature of the solution? आप इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस को कंटिन्यू करते जाओ, आपको आता क्या है? OH माइनस वैसा आता जाएगा, OH माइनस बढ़ता जाएगा. So what is happening to the basic nature of the solution?
Increases.
It will keep on increasing. Okay, the solution is becoming more and more basic. Okay, is that clear? Okay. I can write at the end of electrolysis, solution becomes more basic. ये भी पूछ सकते हैं. All these questions can be asked in your NEET. Clear? But actual में हमको interest क्या है? I need to form an alkane. यहाँ पे हो गया. But questions में exam में entrance point of view से आपको different types of questions पूछ सकते हैं. They will ask at cathode what is the gas that is evolved? H2. At anode what is the gas that is evolved? CO2. Okay. Alkane is obtained at the anode. The solution is becoming more and more basic because of the formation of NaOH. Clear? Okay. In the reaction mechanism, we have free radicals. You will have carboxylate free radical, which eventually converts into an alkyl free radical and CO2. दो alkyl free radicals combine होके R और R, दो free radicals है ना, दोनों के बीच में bond बना दो. इसमें भी 7 electrons है, इसमें भी 7 electrons है, दोनों के बीच में bond बनाया तो you will form alkane. Clear, everyone? Okay. Please solve these 3 questions. इसके बाद आपको ब्रेक देता हूँ. Don't worry. Solve these 3 questions. Observe the mechanism. In the mechanism, I am removing this CO2 and इसको free radical जैसा बना रहा हूँ. These two cases are special cases. Special cases of Kolb's electrolysis. And ऐसा ही cases आपको exam में आएगा. Because this is most common, most people know this. यहाँ पे आपको आएगा क्या? CH3, CH2, ये एक फ्री रेडिकल होगा, वैसा ही दूसरा और एक फ्री रेडिकल होगा, CH2, CH3, दोनों को आमने सामने रख के दोनों के बीच में बॉन्ड बना दो. So butane is the answer. Agreed? आपको इसको हटाना है, यहाँ पे फ्री रेडिकल बनाना है. Similarly, यहाँ पे क्या होगा? I need to remove this. I need to. This is also a carboxylic acid part. I need to remove this free radical. Free radical. Everyone, understand this. CH2, CH2, free radical, free radical. वैसा ही आप लोग और एक मॉलिक्यूल को लेके आ सकते हो. CH2, CH2. अब क्या कर सकते हो? बॉन्ड बॉन्ड इनके बीच में पहले से बॉन्ड है ना, ये यू कैन फॉर्म साइक्लोब्यूटेन. ओके, बट दिस इज नॉट द मेजर प्रोडक्ट, दिस इज माइनर. ये नहीं बनता है ज्यादा. प्लीज एवरीवन कॉन्सेंट्रेट. यहाँ पे 1 मिनट, आई विल गिव यू अ ब्रेक. CH2, CH2, you are having free radicals ना, इसके ऊपर. Whenever you see two free radicals in the same molecule side by side, always form the bond between them. इन दोनों के बीच में bond बन जाएगा. Okay, because free radical is highly unstable. यहाँ पे एक free radical, यहाँ पे एक free radical है, तो it will not wait for the another molecule to come and form the bond with it. Probability भी होना चाहिए ना, इसको क्या पता और एक आएगा, मैं वेट करता हूँ, बॉन्ड बनाऊंगा. दो फ्री रेडिकल्स एक ही एटम के, एक ही मॉलिक्यूल के अंदर है, उन दोनों के बीच में बॉन्ड बना लो इमीडिएट. सो दिस विल बी द मेजर प्रोडक्ट, और द प्रोडक्ट फॉर्म्ड इज ethene. See, with the help of Kolb's electrolysis, we can also form alkenes, not only just alkanes. alkene भी बना सकता हूँ. क्लियर है? This is a special type where you are having a dicarboxylic acid, मतलब 2 COH एक ही के अंदर. समझा? Based on this particular logic, tell me the product for this. जल्दी बताओ. बताओ.
Ethyne.
Ethyne.
It's ethine. CH double bond CH, free radical दोनों के बीच में बॉन्ड बना दो. ओके, इथाइन. इस केस में आप लोग और दूसरा प्रोडक्ट तो बनाएंगे ही नहीं. कैन एनीवन टेल मी द रीजन फॉर दैट? विल नेवर फॉर्म द अदर प्रोडक्ट. मतलब C डबल बॉन्ड C, ऐसा बॉन्ड C डबल बॉन्ड C, ये कभी नहीं बनाएंगे. कैन एनीवन टेल मी द रीजन फॉर दैट? एंटी एरोमेटिक. ओके, ये है ना साइक्लोब्यूटाडाइन है. दिस इज एंटी एरोमेटिक. वो हाईली अनस्टेबल है, क्यों बनाना है उसको? यही 0.01% है, उतना कम बनता है. ओके, जब भी ये फ्री रेडिकल बनेगा उस टाइम पे बाजू में और एक फ्री रेडिकल दिखेगा तो तब होगा, नहीं तो कभी होगा ही नहीं. वेरी माइनर एवरीवन. अगर इन केस if they are asking what are the possible products and if they are giving the options A and B, तब ऐसा ही इसको भी मार्क करना. मेजर करके पूछ रहे तो यही मार्क करना, पॉसिबल करके पूछ रहे तो ये भी मार्क करना. क्लियर है? स्पेशली फॉर जेई स्टूडेंट्स. जेई में ऐसा पूछ सकते हैं. ओके, नीट के लिए डायरेक्ट दे विल नॉट बॉदर यू मच, दे विल गिव यू दिस, बस मार्क कर लेना. क्लियर है? ओके, let's take 3 minutes break. We will continue. Next preparation method from alkyl halides. What is the general formula for alkyl halides? Am I audible? Okay. What is the general formula of alkyl halides? Rx. Alkyl halides say alkanes banana. Can I say if I replace this X with hydrogen? 1 minute. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. If I replace this particular halogen X by hydrogen, can we get alkane? यहाँ से X हटा दो.
In progress.
Give me 2 minutes. देखो, if I want to convert Rx into RH, what should I do? I can simply remove that X. दिखेगा screen आपको दिखेगा 2 minutes. I can simply remove that X and in the place of X you can put hydrogen. Agreed? In redox, we have already seen the definition for reduction. Reduction is nothing but addition of hydrogen or removal of electronegative element. X is halogen, which is more electronegative when compared to carbon. So removal of an electronegative element or addition of hydrogen is treated as reduction. So if you want to form an alkane from alkyl halide, you need to do reduction. For reduction, in general, you can take any active metal along with an acid. Active metal along with an acid always acts as reducing agent. If you are using highly active metal, you can use relatively weak acid. If you are using a weak metal, you can use a strong acid. Okay? Clear hai? So यहाँ पे हमने we are using zinc. Whenever you are using zinc, this being a D block, this is not strongly metallic like sodium or potassium. Hence, I am using a strong acid HCl. कभी-कभी हम बाद में ऐसा भी कुछ reagents देखेंगे where we will be using a strong metal. For the strong metal, we will be having relatively weak acid. आपको basic idea ये याद रखो, any active metal with an acid can act as reducing agent. Agreed? Okay. Reason क्या है? Whenever you have a metal will be losing electrons. If the metal will be giving H positive, that H positive and electrons, ये दोनों combine करके you will be forming H2. So in a way you are adding H2. Addition of hydrogen is nothing but a reduction, ना? समझ में आया? Everyone, metal will be losing electrons. Acid will be giving H positive. That H positive along with electrons will be forming H2, liberating hydrogen gas, which is acting as a reducing agent. Clear hai? So you need to remember these reagents. आपको बाद में ऐसा नहीं दिखेगा. In the exam you will be seeing zinc plus HCl. So you need to know that is a reducing agent. You need to know what is the reaction it can have. I hope this is clear. Okay. So you can write the general reaction as Rx in the presence of zinc and HCl, you will get RH. Okay, RH plus you can say HX. Clear hai? You can write general reaction CH3 CH2Cl in the presence of Zn by HCl. You will get CH3 plus HCl. One important point, यहाँ पे X जो है, it has to be either chlorine or bromine or iodine. You cannot have reduction of RF. Chlorine को निकालना मुश्किल है, वो कभी नहीं होगा. Okay. So exception is RF. I hope this is clear. Another reaction for the preparation from alkyl halides only, which is called as Woods reaction. इसका mechanism हम कल के lecture में देखेंगे, अभी के लिए reaction देख लेते हैं. What you need to do is just remove this particular part and बचा हुआ part को जोड़ दो. If I am removing this, what is the product formed?
RR.
R bond R plus the byproduct is 2NaX.
2NX.
Okay, we will understand in tomorrow's lecture exactly कैसे बनेगा. This also involves free radicals, free radical intermediate. कल के lecture में देखेंगे. And this reaction is also very important for your JEE mains and NEET. Boards के लिए भी important है. Woods reaction important for your 12 boards too. We will understand in tomorrow's lecture the mechanism and all. Clear है यहाँ तक? जितना भी पढ़ा हमने, please go through the notes. Remember all the reagents and all the mechanisms. किसी mechanism पढ़ा तो वो भी याद रख लेना. We will start with the revision in tomorrow's lecture. इसी का revision करके we will go further. Okay. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.